What's up, folks? It is Ike here, and today I'm bringing you a really interesting Ask Reddit thread. It's about would you rather questions, and I actually love would you rathers. I love playing that game, and there are so many possibilities here and so many interesting hypothetical situations. This thread is, what is the hardest to answer would you rather that you have heard? And let's just dive right in here, take a look at some of these would you rathers. Would you rather be surrounded by people who brag all the time or by people who complain all the time? Oof, that is a tough one there. Both of those situations sound pretty miserable, but I gotta say I would go with the complainers over the braggers any day. People who brag really get under my skin, and people who complain can be kind of annoying, but they just don't get under my skin in the same way as braggers, so I gotta go with the latter there for sure. I got would you rather kiss this girl or that girl while both were in front of me, and I had to answer truthfully. It was pretty hard to answer due to how awkward it was. Oh man, I cannot even imagine being put in that situation. That is definitely a trap there, my friend. Would you rather have everyone twice your age and older talk like an adult from Charlie Brown, or everyone half your age and younger talk like a minion? This is also a really tough one here. I thought about this and I've sort of flip-flopped my answers a couple times during the course of thinking this one through. So the idea is that it's really annoying. Obviously, either group there is going to sound really annoying and you have to interact with them in some way. But if you think about it, the adults in Charlie Brown, you really can't understand what they're saying at all. Like, they're not even saying words. Whereas minions, they do say words sometimes. Like, they say actual English words. So I feel like it might, in the end, be easier to communicate with a minion, even if they're way more annoying. But then I also thought about it, and I thought, well, everyone twice your age and older, that group decreases the older you get. Whereas the second group, everyone half your age and younger, that'll increase the older you get for the rest of your life. Assuming this is a rest of your life kind of situation, I'd have to go with the adults from Charlie Brown voices there. Because at age 50, I mean, you're pretty much done. Most people aren't going to be 100 and older. Those people are going to get fewer and farther between there the older you get. So at a certain point, it would stop for you. So I have to take the first one there. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or constantly feel like you have to sneeze? Oh my gosh, these would you rathers are so like, I just envision myself in one of these situations for the rest of my life. And it just seems so miserable. Like, that's got to be like hell on earth. I feel like I really hate hiccups, but constantly having to sneeze, I feel like that would be more debilitating. Like, I feel like with hiccups, you could eventually just get used to it and sort of grin and bear it kind of a thing and just go on with your life. But if you feel like you constantly have to sneeze, like, that would distract you from doing a lot of like concentration intensive things. Like, if I'm constantly looking up and to the left and my eyes are half open and squinty and my eyebrows are twitching, like, for the rest of my life, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to go with the hiccups in that case, I guess, but it's a lesser of two evils for sure. Would you rather give up access to the internet or give up access to motor vehicles? At this stage in my life, honestly, a lot of my friends and family are far enough away from me that I would need motor vehicles to get to them. So I have to say, as awful as it would be to lose the internet, to lose Reddit and YouTube and everything else that makes the internet great, I mean, I guess I'd have to give up the internet. I wouldn't want to lose contact with my friends and family. I mean, they could visit me occasionally, but not as often. And I don't know if I'd want to live in a world like that. So goodbye internet, I guess. Speak every language fluently or play every instrument perfectly. This is a really tough one. Finally a positive one, but I don't know which one would be better for me in the long run. I mean, either one of these would make you insanely rich and famous, regardless. I've never actually learned how to play any instrument, even well, let alone perfectly. I tried to pick up the guitar my freshman year and it just didn't really work out. I only learned the basics and sort of gave it up after that. Of course, it was to impress a girl at the time, so kind of bailed on that after a while. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be really cool to learn to play an instrument. I've always wanted to learn guitar, and I'd wanted to learn piano too for a time there. So I feel like that'd be really cool, but man, speak every language fluently. You could be a global ambassador, like an interpreter for like everybody on the planet. I think that'd be really cool too. This is really tough, actually. This might be one of the toughest ones in the thread for me. I think I'd just go with play every instrument perfectly, and I just make a career out of that, probably. Get stuck at all red lights in traffic or have incredibly slow internet, dial up slow after dark. Oh, this one's easy. I'd have to pick the red lights because even though that slows you down, you can sort of plan ahead for that. You can just increase your commute time there. And I mean, it would suck, but you could plan around that. having dial-up slow speeds after dark. I mean, that's half the time that I use the internet is after dark, especially in the winter when it's mostly dark. Like, yeah, man, I'm picking the red lights and traffic for sure. Would you rather know how you're going to die or when you're going to die? This is another really tough one for me because, I mean, both of those are going to change the rest of your life regardless. But I feel like if you learn how you're going to die, like it could be heart attack or car crash, like something vague like that. And that'll cause you to live the rest of your life in complete paranoia. Even if you live to be like 98 years old or something, you live a long life and things are good, you're still going to be paranoid your entire life. And for example, if you die in a car crash at 98, if that's how you're going to die, then for the rest of your life, you'd be terrified of getting in cars and wondering like, is this it? Is this when I'm going to die? Like, so I feel like I'd rather know when I was going to die, even though that might be incredibly depressing and sort of put an expiration date on my entire existence there. I feel like that would sort of inspire me to live more in the moment and do more with my life before I actually die. So I'm going to pick the when in this case. Cat with a human face or dog with human hands? Possibly the most disturbing one in this thread, but it's also pretty easy. I definitely picked dog with human hands. Cat with a human face is just way too creepy, Uncanny Valley for me. All songs exist, but they are all performed by Pitbull, or only one Pitbull song exists, but is performed by every artist with their own cover interpretation. My God, you monster. What kind of hellish world are you envisioning here? Oh, this one I wrestled with a lot, but I have to go with the first one because even if everybody has their own cover interpretation and I love so many different bands and their voices and their styles, it would still be the same Pitbull song. Like it would get really monotonous and I just couldn't take that. So, and I love so many different songs that even if Pitbull is performing them, which would make most of them probably worse, I would say. No offense to Pitbull, but it's just a fact. I would have to pick the first one. Like I still want to hear those songs, even if they're not as good. I still want to hear those different songs there. So I guess I gotta go with the first one. But man, major props to Arvelts here for one of the most disturbing situations in this whole thread. This is way more disturbing than the cat with the human face, by the way. Would you rather eat ice cream flavored poop or poop flavored ice cream? This sounds tougher than it actually would be. So either way, you're going to be eating poop. It either looks like poop and just tastes, it tastes like ice cream, or it looks like actual ice cream, it just tastes awful. But in the event that you're actually eating, I guess, a bowl full of ice cream flavored poop, that's actual poop that carries diseases that can make you very sick and possibly kill you. So the second one, while it would be more, I guess, culinarily unpleasant by far, I'd have to go with the second one, just sort of plug my nose, just sort of power through it, because in the end, it's still just ice cream, so it's not going to kill me in that case. So definitely the second one. Definitely not the hardest. I get a lot of different responses for this one, but I feel that may not be true here. Would you rather have the ability to stop time and move freely in stopped time, or have the ability to heal all wounds and diseases, including your own? When using Time Stop, you do not age. You can bring people into stopped time with you through physical contact, kind of like in Quantum Break, and with healing, you can heal anyone within a 100-foot radius. This question, this would you rather, would be like 100 times harder if it weren't for the stipulation, you do not age when using Time Stop. That makes it easily, I definitely picked the first one there. Stop time and move freely in stop time. It's so easy. You could literally live functionally forever. You don't age when you stop time and you can bring people with you. Like, you could live entire lifetimes with these people in stopped time and you would never age, and you could do all this within the span of a split second and no consequences in the real world. If you aged while you stopped time, that would be a lot harder, and I would have to, in that case, I'd probably pick the ability to heal. But yeah, if you don't age, if you can just do whatever you want with that stop time, definitely picking that option there. Well, these were a lot of fun. I really love Would You Rathers. I could honestly browse Would You Rather questions for hours. They're really fun to me, and I love putting myself in these situations and envisioning, like, what would I actually do? What was your favorite Would You Rather, or do you have another one that wasn't in this thread? I think it'd be really cool to go through the comments and answer some Would You Rathers, and maybe I'll throw a couple of my own down there, because I really love Would You Rather questions, and this is a lot of fun. I hope I find another thread like this in the near future. But anyway, guys, this has been a fun video for me, and If you like this Reddit video and want to see more Reddit-based videos in the future, just leave me a like and a subscription. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you for the next video.